One of the important things about early childhood is to recognize that it's critically important for our life course development. And in that sense, what we're doing with young children means that we're securing a good future for our society. Children will become the adults. What happens to them early shapes the way their brains develop, shapes the way their body develops, and influences whether they'll be able to be full, supportive members of a society that will be successful.
Does anyone remember what the poverty level is at for a family of 4? You guys are great, 24,000. Does anyone know what the poverty rate is? So people living below that poverty line in St. Paul. The most recent statistics say it's 21.6. I think that these are some pretty sobering statistics for a state that the Opportunity Index recently ranked the second best in the nation.
Poverty creates a number of challenges for children's development. First and foremost, poverty is hard on parents. It is challenging to be a parent under the best of circumstances. But if you're trying to parent while you're going to 2 or sometimes 3 jobs, when you're not sure you can pay the rent, when you're worrying about the neighborhood that you're in and the fact that it's dangerous, that makes it really hard to be sensitive to the signals your child is sending, to respond calmly and quickly, and do all those things that help your child feel that they're surrounded by a protective parent buffer.
We are born among the most helpless of mammals on the planet. A newborn baby can't get its hand to its mouth, it can't roll over, it doesn't see very well beyond a few inches in front of its face. There's no way a human infant can provide the information to itself that it needs to form a healthy and productive and competent brain. We came into this world expecting a context of relationships. The brain develops in the context of relationships.
Chronic early life stress can have profound influences on individuals. The child who doesn't have a supportive set of people to protect them and buffer them, that child's body is attempting to adapt to this chronic stress so that you develop a brain that's capable of acting now, fast, and thinking later. The kinds of things we see for a lifetime, an increased risk of problems with attention, an increased risk of learning problems, an increased risk of developing obesity, an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, an increased risk of dying young.
Now, building a healthy brain takes more than just having the right genes. It also takes having the right supportive experiences. And in fact, we're beginning to learn that the wrong genes, i.e. genes that put you at risk for, say, depression, are the right genes in a different kind of developmental context. So it takes more than having the right genes, it takes having the right genes in the right context to develop well.
The nature versus nurture debate is insane because you can't have one without the other. So it really is nature in nurture and nurture in nature that creates human beings. I think what's happening with volunteers who are working with school-age kids is you're working to help the child learn that they can learn ways of regulating their own behavior to become successful and to meet their goals.
And if we think of this on a population basis, what we're trying to do as a society is develop resilient citizens. I mean, we've got a lot of potential shocks coming our way as the world changes, right? We really need a resilient citizenry whose brains are well organized, who are competent and capable and able to adapt and are not act now, think later.
If we want to have a healthy community and happy individuals and a competent future, we need to start early. We need to support moms while they're pregnant, and we need to reduce stress on families, and we need to provide opportunities for hope for the families and the children, and we need to start early.